do is get some thick ones. It's usually about 7 or 8 thick ones. Cut the ends off. Right. But you can have this as thick as you want or as thin as you want. It's depending on what you're going to make. But when we're teaching, it's usually about 8 thick ones. Gives you a bit of thickness. You put that in front of you. You select a thin one out of here, and that's the one we're going to weave with. Now you hold it there, but if you take notice, I'm a right-hander. If you're a left-hander, you'd have it on the opposite side. Okay? So I place it there like that. Over to my left, down under, and bring it up through. Right, so like I said, the left-hander would be going over to their right. So over, under, and bring it up through. And when we're teaching, you can put as many as you want on, depending on how you're going to shape your basket. To plan your shaping of your basket. But when we're teaching, it's anything between 10 and 20 of these stitches by going over, under, and bring it up through. So over, under, and bring it up through. Right? So there we are. And see, we've got those loops on the outside. And what we're doing is creating those to make connection into. So now I need to turn it. So I grab hold of the stitches and turn it. See? And now we need to create some loops on this side. And by doing that, you go over on the other side through that loop that we've already made. I might come back a little bit, yeah, and open up that one. And it's straight across. You go through, down under, and bring it up through. And see what I'm doing? Is I'm working my way back to the very first stitch I've put on here. See? Skewer opens up the loop, makes it quicker and easier. Right. And see, we've gone right back to that very first loop that's been put on. Right. So there we've created a corner, and on this side. Now that we need to create another corner, we get rid of those little bits there. And all in fill, depending on how thick this centre bit is, we'll go over and under on that. It's usually about 7 or 8. But like I said, it's how thick it is, the centre section. I'm selecting another thin one from there. See, I've left that stitch loose. All you do is pop it in under so far, pull tight, lay that bit down, and away you go. So there's 2 there now, so it's all in fill. See? Right, now to make that corner, turn it. And then you connect into the very first loop that was put on there. Through, down under, and bring it up through. And away you go. See how we've created loops to make connection into? Right. So you keep going. And we're getting up to the next corner. And what you do is you follow it around. So we're going to that loop there now. I go through it, make the stitch, and then I go in it again. And that helps you to get around the corner, see? I'm going to the top one here now. And just follow it around. Doing the same stitch. I'm going to go on that one again. Get the skew again. Go in it again. See? And then we get into this one on this side. Need to cut a point on the end of that. A bit worn. And I'm going to go in that one again, that loop. See? Right. And you keep weaving. All right. Once you just keep going around, see that's that middle bit that I've just done, that's there. Now what I'm going to do is show you how you shape a basket. You just keep going around and see where that cut off bit is, where you start shaping to make a basket, and all you do is hold it up and you go through and pull up. I'll just show you one. You go through there and pull up. See that? Now if you run out of the centre bit, the weaving that we weave over, all you do is get another thick one and just pop them in there. See? And you just keep going. Right? And now I've got this piece. If you wanted to make a pattern mat, see that's that middle bit there, right? And what you do to make a pattern, you plan from this here, where the cut off bit is, all you do is weave on that on its own, like that, over the centre bit. Just get that controlled. And this is how you make handles too. See? And this is how you make the pattern. And then you just connect into the loop. You can have it as big as you want in your shaping. Right? And that's even the same for the handles. If you want to do something up like that, little handles, you can do that. Like on this one. Just weave on that on its own, weave on it, bring it to this side, connect, and come back around and you finish. So you plan that. So you work. That's how you work it. Right? So what I've shown you is how to make the basket, how to start, how to shape the basket, how to make a pattern, and you just continue around working on that. You can do whatever you plan to do on it. But from the very beginning now, we go out and pick these rushes. We go and site them where they are and continue to pick from there, but you're pulling them up out of the ground one or two at a time. We give them a shake and let the seeds fall back in. And some of the long tops, I'll just show you here, some of the tops, see that? A lot of those we throw back into the soil. Because what happens, they grow tall, they go over, touch the ground again and start growing. And by us picking them, we're helping them to grow. So we pick these, tie them in bundles about this thick, dry them out for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and then when we're ready to weave with them, like this bit of rushes that's here on the table, just an hour in some hot water softens them very quick. Okay? And then just wrap them up in a towel and you're ready to weave. If they dry out on you, just spray some more hot water on them. And this is our weaving book. It's a sister basket on the cover. 2 sides joined together as one. But in the back of the book,